Afternoon, everybody. Daylight savings are weird, yeah, for sure. I feel like I got like jet lag or something. It's really weird. Hey, bird. What you doing? Hello. Hey, bird. What you doing? Hey, buddy. Oh, bird. Come back here, look. It's nice. Sit in the sun on me for a little bit. There you go. Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it? And off again. Move it. Bird. Hey, bird. Wah, 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 wah. Look, who's that? Got jumper and coat on today because it is not warm. It's dry and sunny, but it is not warm. Had our first frost today. Good morning, afternoon, yeah, good afternoon for us, but good morning, good evening, good night. Hey, bird, look, it's you. It's you, look. Yeah, I think she's doing okay now. I think she's got enough feathers. We were a little bit worried earlier on, like a few weeks ago. We were a little bit worried that she wouldn't get all of her feathers sorted in time to keep herself warm. But no, she seems to be okay. Look, who's that? Bird. No, that's cat noise. Stop doing cat noise. Yeah, she's okay with the branch now. She's come to terms with it quite quickly. We've had Sophie for oh wow, nearly 9 years now. She came to us as an adolescent. Wow, that's hard to say. She came to us so I tried to say it again. She came to us as a young bird in 2010. Birdie, what you doing? Sophie, what are you doing? Bird. What have you got? Sophie. What have you got? Say, a bit of an overbite. Bird. I know, right? Yeah, we'll have to sort out, because we don't actually know exactly when her birthday is. We'll have to like agree on be like the queen when she has like an official birthday. We'll have to make a decision on when that is, so we can celebrate it. What are you doing, buddy? Burp. Burp. Oh, come on, mate. Come on, stay still for a minute. Ah, you missed me. Nearly, though. Nearly got me that time. Yeah, there you go. There you are. Let me see. Need to push all those scratches out of your beak. Okay? Oh yeah, here in the UK, the Breecast, very good. Jubilee. That's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, here in the UK, the Queen actually has two birthdays. She has a birthday when she was actually born, and she has a birthday when she has like an official birthday. Yeah, Queen has two birthdays. Because if you were royalty, you'd have as many birthdays as you want, wouldn't you? I mean, yeah, Jubilee. Yeah, that's. Yeah, when you space it out like that, when you space Jubilee, that's easier to say. But when you just sort of like have it in your mind, your brain goes, "What, mate? Wait, what?" So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll pick a time when it's plausible that she could have hatched as an egg, and celebrate that. Hey, bird. But yeah, in answer to the question that went past just now, she absolutely does get her license, her appearance fee. Which she is very keen for. Yeah. Yeah, she gets like if I remember rightly, like her actual birthday, she just spends quietly doing whatever like a 93-year-old woman would do. I mean, drinking Ovaltine and watching songs of praise, such as my understanding of like pensioners. And yeah, she gets an official birthday where like the army come out and do all of that sort of thing. Drink gin and play with dogs. Yeah, that's pretty plausible actually. I can imagine that. But I can think of worse ways to spend a day. Drinking gin and playing with corgis. Bird. Hey mate, what you got? Yeah, singing on Cloney Richards. Yeah. Awkwardness. Yeah, you know what? I'm completely down with the Ovaltine. We bought some like instant Ovaltine. You just make it with boiling water, and it's really nice. It's really. I had a mug yesterday. Right, it's pretty great. No, I think she still has. I think she still has a couple of corgis, doesn't she? Last I read, she had. No, I hope not, because last I read, she still had a couple of corgis. Yeah, her molt has pretty much finished. She's still got to do those little ear coverts. I mean, she's pretty much got rid of all of the wax coating on those ear ones, but she's still got a little bit of it to groom out, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Bub, come here. What are you doing? Oh, okay. There's 2 mixed corgi dachshunds. Spending much time. Queen could trip. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Oh, there you go. See that? That's nice. Yeah, I seem to spend my life getting photobombed by somebody. Oh, cool. Well, have a good time in London. London's cool. I really like London. And if you can, go to the Tower of London. It's expensive to get in, but it is cool. And you get to see ravens as well. She's okay with the cats, actually, as long as they don't come into close contact. When she first moved in with us, she lived inside for like 6-9 months. And yeah, they occasionally, cats and birds would come a paw would come into pecking range, and that always ended a bit much. Yeah, I was like that with the ravens as well. I was too busy going, ravens! I didn't really see the rest of the thing. No, I must admit, see, I'm a townie. I'm a big townie, so I'm more comfortable in cities than I am in the countryside. Bird. Hey, now that's nice. I was always amazed how big ravens are, because because I'm used to magpies. I see crows and rooks daily, and but then you see a raven and you go, oh, that's the next size up, definitely. Hey, bird. This is nice. What do you think? Yeah, no, I feel the same way. That's weird. Beak on teeth. What are you doing? What you doing? Yeah, fair dues. Chris actually seems like a really cool fella. He seems like a really cool guy. And he definitely loves his birds, so yeah. Cool. Cool guy. What are we doing? Hang on. We've washed that doll head. I don't know whether all of you saw, but I haven't met Chris. I would like to. I would really like to just to say hello, sort of thing, from one Corvid guy to another. But I saw him when I was last at the tower. I saw him wandering around, like giving tours and things, and I sort of wanted to go up to him, but you like, would he know me if I introduced myself as like, you know, the guy from Sophie's, you know, from Sophie Bree? Because I know he's occasionally like has favorited things like that. He has occasionally favorited things that Sophie's tweeted. It's just like, yeah, would he have a weird fanboy sort of moment with him? Just, what do you think? We might be on target for a snooze cam. What do you think? Come on, come into the sun with me. That's it. Let me put my hand on a bench. There you go, you see. There you go. See, now I'm not taking the weight of it in. Oh, that does help. Cool, that. Sophie. What do you reckon, birds? You know, that's nice, isn't it? That's a wholesome image. Yeah, her tail feathers are pretty much sorted now. Let's see if I can move the camera behind. Yeah, those tail feathers are pretty much spot on. She still hasn't zipped them up so they're even on both sides. But she will. Yeah, she's doing really well. But there we go. So yeah, apologies for not doing one of these yesterday. It absolutely smashed it down with rain the entire day. It started raining about 8 o'clock Friday night, and just sort of like absolutely honked it down the entire evening, and then overnight, and then the rest of the day, and just boo. So it would have been us, if we'd have done this yesterday, it would have been us just sitting in the corner over there by Sophie's bedroom, sort of like just shivering and looking weird and wet and a bit sorry for ourselves. I don't think that would have been very exciting. If we could have even got Sophie to come out of her bedroom. Hey, mate. Because we're no stranger to the dressing room flounce out now, are we? What do you think? I keep trying not to film my really chubby little hands that she's sitting on. Be self-conscious about my hands. What? What can you see, buddy? What's over there? Oh, hi. Well, thanks for coming. I do appreciate it. No problem. Have a good day at work, if that's possible on a Sunday. Ah, bless. Well, we kept it back for you. We kept it back. What do you reckon? There you go, see? This is very comfy, isn't it? It's about, I think it's about 8-9 degrees centigrade here in the UK at the moment. I read a story a couple of days ago about a heat wave in Australia breaking, and it rained, but the rain evaporated before it hit the ground, which blew my mind completely. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, the daylight savings thing is crazy. I think America goes back next week. I think, isn't it? And yeah, I think some bits of the yeah, it does sound like the Matrix, doesn't it? It's just, yeah, the meteorologist knew that it was raining, but no rain fell on the floor because the air it had to pass through was hot enough to evaporate the water. But, you know, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure the environment's not completely screwed or anything. Oh, November 3rd. Okay, cool. Because, yeah, I know America goes back like a little while, but a little while after us. Bird. Sophie. Yeah, fall back. Spring forward, fall back, yeah. That's the way the entire world remembers that, even though we don't actually call it fall. We call it autumn, but spring forward, autumn back. It doesn't have the same sort of ring to it. Yeah, there will be fireworks. There have already been fireworks. There were fireworks yesterday while it was like howling with wind and rain. People were letting fireworks off in the middle of the day because, people are insane. She's pretty much used to fireworks now. All she'll do is she'll just go into her little bedroom, and if there's loads of fireworks quite nearby, what I do is I switch the spotlights on. We've got like quite a big like xenon floodlight thing on the side of the house which lights up her aviary, just so if she, in the unlikely event that she does panic and flies out of her bedroom, she can still see. She's not like crashing around in the dark or something. But every year she's been completely fine. Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? It's just like, I must admit, I'm not really down with people buying fireworks and letting them off in their gardens anyway, because it scares animals, But I'm completely down with going to an organised display and watching some fireworks, but just letting them off in your backyard seems a bit, Sophie is super chill. Yeah, she's really chill today. But yeah, letting fireworks off like in the rain on the, at lunchtime. I don't understand why you'd want to do that. Magpies are, they're a native species here in the UK, and they're a member of the crow family. So they're, crows, rooks, jays, jackdaws, rooks, ravens. Did I say rooks? Them anyway. So yeah, they're all part of the same family. And yeah, magpies are one of the smaller members of the crow family, but as you can see, they're still a reasonable size. I know. Oh, we have some wagtails outside my office. We have like a little family of wagtails that live in a tree the other side of the garden outside my office. And they're amazing little birds, little pied wagtails. The crows are actually doing really well. If Sophie decides that she wants to go around and explore, we'll go next door and have a look. Oh, look at that! It's almost as if you can take stage direction. I think that qualifies. Right. Okay, you eat that. We'll go next door. Come on, mind your feet, buddy. Super shy. Yeah, they are really shy beasties. So yeah, in the aviary next door, we have Rory and Con, our rescue rook and crow. And if you can see them through the haze, I'm sorry about that. The sun's quite low and it's around that sort of side of the garden. But yeah, you can see there we've got Rory the rook there on the left and Con the crow on the right. And they're pretty chill. They're doing okay. Yeah, that's a separate aviary to the one we're in now. Puffins, super cool. Just built an aviary. Ooh, brilliant. That's cool. Usual positions, yep. It's so weird the way they do that. If I pull the camera back a bit and no, I think we're in Glare City, I'm afraid. But yeah, they're doing pretty good. They're just having like a quiet little chill. Puffins they are super adorable. Right, where are we? We're back here. Where's Sophie? Change cameras. Whoa, point directly into the sun, Andy. There we go. How do you know which ones get on and which birds wouldn't? You pretty much have to sort of like, you pretty much have to, oh, bless. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Poor little thing. You just have to sort of like trust your instincts with the bird. I mean, when we went to pick Sophie up from the rescue, she was in like an aviary with a jackdaw, and they weren't super getting on. They weren't like fighting or attacking each other, but you could tell that they did not want to be friends. That kind of thing. I think it's partly because Sophie is an imprinted bird. She's not really that much into mixing with other birds, particularly. Come here. What? We're back again. We might try a little bit of pumpkin, yeah. Miss me. Oh, bless. Yeah, you get that though with little birds. Sometimes they just yeah, one or two just doesn't make it. I remember budgies were like that. Magpies are super sociable, but mostly with other magpies. Where you going? What you doing? Oh. Yeah, I bet. Oh, bless. Oh. Ow. Yeah, they are. I mean, Sophie has like a little crowd of magpies that come to visit her most days. There were two on the guest perches this morning chatting to her. Baby birds are super fragile. They are really little things. We had a few like little chaffinches and goldfinches in the garden last year, and it doesn't really take much to upset them. Yeah, here's to more success, eh? Here's hoping for more success. What? So yeah, what I do with the perches, with the wiles, change cameras. Is I show this quite often, but it's always interesting for people. Is you can see that this perch here that my finger's on extends outward into the garden. There's a few perches around here that do that. We call them the guest perch. We call them guest perches. So like what happens is the wilds will sit on that little outside bit, and Sophie can sit here, and they're close enough to talk to each other, but they don't actually fight. And yeah, it's cut down on loads of little scuffles you used to get with magpies, but you don't anymore because they've got a chill place to sit. Like sometimes I think Sophie would see magpies like clawing onto the walls of a aviary, and sort of like interpret that as like a bit of a fight, a bit of a threat. But now they just land and sit there, and everyone's chill. It's kind of difficult to get photos of them. I do try to. Oh, excuse me. The problem is I have to take them from the kitchen window. I have to take them because if I appear in the catio, they'll fly off. So I have to take it through the kitchen window. So quite often the pictures are like pretty potato, unfortunately. Here we go. Bird. What are you doing? Because if I appear in the catio at any time, they'll there's catio with bonus cat. Who have we got today? That is Sylvie. Yeah, I do have one of those make a hide. Oh, you know what? It's not actually a bad idea. Hey, come on, you're being idiots now. Cams is being an idiot. I could actually make like a little hide. That's not a bad idea. But I squeeze the camera through here, then in here. Wait, that's a bit of a close-up. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? I'm making cat noises at you. What's wrong with me today? But come on, autofocus. That's the thing you need to be focusing on, not the human face. It's really weird, like the autofocus thing on iPhone seems to be like super species specific. You know, it's like if I move out of shot, like Sophie sharpens up, but then when I move back into shot, it goes, ooh, there's a human face. It's pretty much pure calcium, and it's really good for them. It aids their digestion because it likes, if they've got like a bit of an upset stomach, it settles their stomach down. Oh, excuse me, I can't stop yawning. Oh wow, whenever it is when I do these things, I will start yawning. So yeah, it strengthens their stomach, like that kind of thing. But it's good for just the same as humans. It's good for their bones. It's good for being the. This is also the perch I lowered. This is the perch I lowered here. So okay, but and yeah, it's good for their bones. It's good for their development. I think it is. I remember when I was younger, when I went on holiday with my parents, we found a beach somewhere they had loads of cuttlefish bones on the beach, and yeah, we picked them up into a bag and took them home for our granny's budgies. And also, yeah, it helps trim a beak. It's a whole bunch of things that cuttlefish is good for. There you go. Hey, buddy. You're looking very floofy. What's all this? Get off me. I'll kill you. Yeah, her feathers are looking really good now. She still hasn't got them zipped up. 100%, yeah. Oh, did I see someone go past with the... yeah. So, because Sophie's imprinted, do not create them to be in captivity. Yeah, you are absolutely right, friend. If I thought Sophie was in any way miserable or upset by living in an aviary, I certainly wouldn't do a live video cast with her. I wouldn't do a Twitter feed on her behalf and that kind of thing. As many people have said, Sophie's a... Wait for beagles to go overhead. Sophie's an imprinted bird. She grew up around human beings in a rescue, and so she wouldn't make it in the wild because she doesn't have any of the necessary skills to hunt food in the wild. And she would also just fly up to the first human she thought looked cool and start asking them for food. So she wouldn't make it in the wild. And as a whole bunch of people have said, it's against UK law to knowingly release imprinted birds. Playing on the Breecast, yeah, that's a mark on your Breecast bingo. So yeah, so Sophie lives with us in this aviary that's custom built for her, and we love her, and we try to make her life as exciting and as you cannot buy, and you should not. They are people underestimate how much effort it is looking after birds. People imagine that they're just like, oh, I'm gonna have a pet bird, like sometimes like a parrot or a cockatiel or even budgerigars and that kind of thing. Birds are super high maintenance. They're way more high maintenance than cats and dogs. And okay, we're off again. And also, corvids are supposed to be wild animals, and the more wilds there are, the more wild animals there are, the better, obviously. Now, what are you doing? Other than trying to trick me into putting my elbow in bird poo. Yeah, I know what you mean. I probably wouldn't have rabbits. I had a rabbit when I was really young. I remember having like a little black lop-eared rabbit, who I love, but rabbits don't do well. And yeah, should not be a thing. Hey, buddy. What's more popcorn? Trick question. Of course you do. I mean, what a stupid question. Crows are getting their mail. Yum yum. Is that nice? Oh no, she's had some popcorn already. Since I've got a pocket full of it. Okay, when everyone's done freaking out. So yeah, that's Rory and Con. But the one you heard just before that was the outside with some wilds. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times, if you get injured birds with corvids and that kind of thing, they just put them to sleep. It is a shame because they're quite common birds. Quite often, like vets and rescues will just go, well, there's loads of these sort of thing, Oh, come on, buddy. Where you going? Okay. See, now, that would be where your water was, had you not bathed in it. Yeah, the Corvidale is super cool. They are cool people. Yeah. What? What do you think? Yeah, Corvids they are very intelligent. I remember the first time Sophie displayed signs of intelligence to me when she moved into this aviary, and you can see her working things out. I mean, you could see her working the perch out when I moved that perch yesterday. You could see her rehearsing the jump. You could see her rehearsing recalibrating the little pattern that she jumps on. I know. Yum, yum, yum. What do you think? Hey, you're looking lovely today, bird. Look at this. You can just see the first sort of build. Yeah, quite a lot of like pipers and little things going over. Yeah, as I say, you can see the first sort of signs of winter fluffs being brought out now. Like her black bib is ever so slightly fluffy, and yeah, she's a slightly different shape. I remember saying a few Breecasts ago that you can see when it gets cold because she changes shape. And yeah, you can definitely see this shape change starting now. Hey? What do you think? What do you reckon, bird? Sophie. I know. Yeah, I mean we have two of our cats, Sylvie and Cams. They're both rescue cats. They came from the Cats Protection League, and so yeah, we're completely down with rescues. And you have to help with preening. She doesn't really like me helping too much with the preening. Once or twice I've sort of had I've given her a little jiggle to sort of dislodge a tiny bit of wax, but most of the time she does it herself. She won't molt again. No, she will in the summertime. If it gets a bit much, she will pull out a few of the really dense under feathers that she has. But now pretty much these feathers now are the ones that she'll see the next year out with. Unless she manages to break any in fighting or something like that. What do you think? Bird. What do you reckon? What you doing? I know, bird. So yeah, we're going to have to... bless, that's cool. We'll have to think about what we're doing once everyone's clocks go back, because then the hours will be all super weird again. She can certainly lift. She certainly can pick up like a big half of cuttlefish bone without any problems. Sophie is a magpie. She's a Eurasian magpie. Part of the crow family. So yeah, the UK changed over last night. In the wee hours of this morning, we went back an hour. I don't know whether you can hear that, but that really low gronk you can hear. That's a raven. Don't know whether you could hear that. I don't know whether the microphones in the phone was like together enough to pick that up. Hey, brilliant. We've been hearing it. We've been hearing him for ages. Ace. Really cool. Bonus Raven. What'd you think? Yeah, you're indifferent, aren't you? I know. Yeah, we had a there was talking about weird birds appearing in your garden and things. There was a heron on my neighbour's roof. I think it was Monday or Tuesday this week. I went outside, I went to the car to go to work, and there's this massive heron sitting there on like standing there on their roof. Yeah, you do get ravens on our right. You get choughs as well, I think, on there as well. Yeah, we had a heron come into our garden once, and it's the reason why we don't have any fish in our pond anymore, because he cleaned them out. He ate every single one. Choughs are weird. Choughs are really strange. They're sort of like crow-sized, but they've got bright red feet and beaks, like really strange, like super specialised subspecies. This is comfortable though. Hey, buddy. I'm going to travel the world again. Oh, cool. Thanks, Rama. Yeah, like a palette swapped crow, pretty much. Yeah, just like that bird's got a side quest for me. Yeah, they are super crazy. When you see birds like that, when you see cormorants and herons, and I remember going to a wildlife, like a rescue sort of thing, and it was just, they had like I want to say stork, but it wasn't a stork, it was that sort of size thing. And it was proper dino. It was like, whoa, you are an absolute dinosaur. Yeah, I mean, we always mistake. We see crows and we see birds in general, and you sort of forget that they are the closest thing we have to dinosaurs still around. You know, they're the dinosaurs that won. Also, who's that? That's Cammy, still. Shoebills. Yeah, shoebills are freaky. Like, yeah, that's a weird ass bird. Cassowaries, yeah. Cassowaries are, yeah, they're dangerous birds. You know, those are like emus and that kind of thing. They'll mess you up. What do you reckon? Yeah, the shoebill stork was just like, I'm not having this extinction thing. And just carried on. What do you reckon? I know. Oh. We're very cosy today, bird. Sophie's a magpie. She is an Eurasian magpie. Escaped cassowary running around in Florida. Ooh, oh no. Capercaillies, yeah, they're weirdly big as well. Like, my mum had a pheasant in her garden last week. She sent me a picture of this like massive pheasant just sitting on their fence, just like, all right, what are you doing? The sort of look on his face. What do we think? See, there wants to be a bumworm, but there is a little bit of a gap there, so we haven't actually gone down on a bumworm yet. I was expecting to be used as a bum warmer today, but doesn't seem to be. Missed me again. I'm keeping a clean sheet today, and she's still awake. Yeah, she's she stayed awake the entire time. What do you reckon? Yeah, cats in the background. Turkeys just. Yeah, they're weird birds. That sort of like noise they make is weird. But then so do geese. Geese make a whole selection of really weird noises. What do you think? I know, I'm just moving my hand slightly because it's going to sleep. What? Yep. It is quite humid. I don't know whether it's like properly... Female turkeys are called jennies. Hey, I did not know that. That's cool. I know a Jenny. I work with a Jenny. I'll tell her that when I see her tomorrow. I'm sure she'll be pleased. Yeah, if a goose hisses at you, you need to step back because you have angered the goose. And it will... The goose is looking to steal your radio and your keys, such as my understanding about geese. So yeah, someone in the comments asked about her diet. Sophie eats a whole bunch of things. She'll eat. She routinely eats mealworms, like dried mealworms, sunflower seeds. She quite likes blueberries. She likes a thinly sliced grape. She gets like we buy these dog beef chews. It's sort of like beef jerky but for dogs, that I cut into like little chunks for her, and she really likes those. And she gets a bowl of like cat kibble as well that she can eat during the day, but she doesn't really eat a huge lot of that. Birds do indeed swallow stones to help with digestion. Yeah, like quite often. Sophie doesn't do it very much, but I think Rory does it quite a lot. And like quite often you can see like a little pile of stones in like the corner where she's swallowed up some gravel, let it swish around in her stomach for a little bit, and then like the pellet that she's ejected afterwards, she's puked back up, to use like human phrases, contains the gravel and like little bits of bone and that kind of thing. Because it used to be able to, if you get an owl pellet, you can dissect it. You can take it apart and find what that owl eats. It's a scientific study. It's gross, but it's a scientific study of owl pellets. And you occasionally get like a mouse leg bone or something in there and that kind of thing. Yeah, they are. They're all members of the crow family. Yeah. They're all corvids. Yeah. I must admit, you're being very photogenic today, Burb. What do you reckon? Oh. Yeah, we want to be filmed today. We didn't want to be filmed last week. Don't want to be kissed though, eh? Yeah, you will. Like quite often you'll see crows and magpies because they're birds of the feather, and they don't mind hanging around. They don't mind hanging around together. There are some members of the crow family that don't want to mix. That is, as someone said, jays, because jays are super nervy. They're beautiful birds. They're really beautiful, but they are super jumpy. Like you move wrong and they'll fly away. Yeah, absolutely. How much plastic and how many just what their diet is. Yeah, 100%. Come on. Look at all of this. Oh, cootie poo. I like the way they've got like a posh scientific name for it as well. I'm seeing somewhere, is it sprat or something they call it, of like this why they can't just call it poo is beyond me. Sophie's super chill today. She's doing really well. I think it's a nice day. She's got a bit of food left over, because normally I'll do her food after Breecast. She's got a little bit of food left over, so she's not scrabbling. And yeah, we're having a really chill day, aren't we? It's a nice day. Woo. Bird, what do you think? I know. Hey, bird. Yeah, lazy Sunday, definitely. Should we see if we can move the camera around? There we go. Will I get away with tilting you? Nope. There you go, see? Sophie. There's Bird. Not the bird. Not the teeth. That's really weird. See now I can't scroll back on the comments now because one hand's got the camera, one hand's got a bird. French bag. Yeah, a little bit like that, yeah. Bird. This bird has no neck. Where is this bird's neck? Hmm? Oh, I know. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, it varies. I think they're more into just collecting things that catch their eye, and sometimes that is shiny things. It's one of those things where it's like a study comes out saying that they aren't into shiny things, then another study comes out six months later to say that they are into shiny things, and then they're scared of them and then they aren't, and that kind of thing. Sophie doesn't seem to prefer shiny things. Yeah, magpies are one of the few birds. Parrots can too. Can pass the mirror test, yeah. Yeah, Sophie collects lobotomized doll heads. That is really creepy, that thing. Yeah, for anyone who didn't see, yesterday I was in here cleaning up for Sophie, and I stumbled across at first I thought it was an egg, but it was actually like it was a doll's head with loads of sort of like weird peck holes in the top of its head and that kind of thing. And it was obviously a wild magpie had given it her. You do occasionally get that. Like sometimes wilds will turn up and she will share her food with them. And yeah, it wouldn't have been so creepy if the doll didn't have like this really serene look on its face of just like, everything is fine sort of look on its face. And, so I took it just to make sure it was okay, and it seems perfectly okay, so I think we can give it back to Sophie. But yeah, it was really, really weird thing to find. I was not expecting to find a disembodied, hairless doll head. It is sweet, yeah, it is cool that they share things. What are you doing, bird? Come here. Come here, now look. So you can move a bit closer. There we go. I'm going to drop this, I can feel it. Buddy. See, now we're starting to be a bum warm. I can just about feel the heat coming off her belly. The tail is crazy, isn't it? The tail is absolutely crazy. If we can get a shot of the tail. Doink. There we go. Look at this. If we move around, you might get some colours. Oh, very muted colours today. The sun's not on us. Oh, brilliant. Well, thanks for coming. Welcome. Yeah, look. Bird. What are you doing, lovely? Yeah, you've tuned into a really calm one, actually. You've tuned into a, really zen Breecast. You yawning? We're keeping you awake. Mm-hmm. Oh, yep. She's seen something. Please don't poo on my coat. Oh, big stretch. At least you see what magpies do when they stretch now. There you go. Got my other hand back. You know what that means? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Right, let's just... I think it is a charm, yeah. There is a... I remember there being a website that told you the group names for animals, and charm was one of them. I think there was also an unkindness of magpies, which is simultaneously mean-sounding but quite dark and cool. You know, quite sort of... Sounds pretty goth. You know, unkindness of magpies. That's your... Oh. It's an array of hedgehogs. That's cool. I haven't heard that one before. An array of hedgehogs. Hopefully it's a fully declared... no, I was going to make a DBA joke, but yeah, let's not do that. Hey, buddy. Oh. A popcorn. A business of ferrets. Oh, yes. What do you reckon? Yeah, Parliament of Owls is pretty great. Charm, gulp, murder and tiding of magpies. Conspiracy of lemurs. I quite like that, actually. I quite like to be in a lemur conspiracy. Let me see. Let me see. There we go. It just sounds like a Geordie version of a Christmas song, yeah. There's a one of the guys who works at the deli counter at my local supermarket. One day called me on why I turn up and only ever buy like 2 tiny strips of liver. And I let on that, it's for my magpie, you know, explained. And he would, I'm not going to do the accent because the accent would probably end up me getting cancelled. But he's a Geordie and he was super pleased about the whole magpie thing. Because the local soccer team is called the Magpies. And he was really into it. So now whenever a siege of herons. Big leggy stretch. Yeah. And so now whenever I see him, he's like, "Hi man, where are you?" In at me, just like, "All right, boss." And we're off. Hey, look at you awake and everything. Yeah, probably the fish will agree with that. Turkeys are a gang. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I know what you mean about towels. This does sound like the sort of thing that you'd get a commemorative tea towel from like a seaside town about, doesn't it? It just totally like it's a souvenir of Torquay or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, Turkey gang. You're in the wrong town, dude. Hey, there we go. You can get grooming into the sun. Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember the last couple of seaside towns I've been to. I've seen crows on beaches and that kind of thing, but I've never seen any magpies. That being said, actually, I went to Barry a little while ago, and there weren't any on the beach, but there were quite a few in the little sort of like they have like a little park inlet thing on the side, and that had a whole bunch of magpies floating around. So yeah, I think it's a. Wow, the dust coming off her when she spins. I don't know whether the periscope was fine enough to pick that up, but all of the little waxy dust that's coming off her feathers. Or sort of walking along, clicking their fingers like West Side Story or something. Whee, I nearly fell over there. Gets hit by the artifacting. Oh, Sophie isn't a pet. I got to quite. Sophie, absolutely isn't a pet. She's a rescue bird that we took in, that would make it in the wild. So she lives with us in this aviary. Yeah, absolutely not a pet. We serious about that. Sophie. Should we change cameras? See if we can get a front shot. Oh, overexposed. Overexposed bird. What do you think? Oh, I still haven't put my I still haven't put my elbow in any bird poo, so I'm doing okay. You can see her grooming those little bunch of feathers there on her shoulder. You can just see like there's a little pin feather there still. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. When she does overexpose, it's odd how I guess it's like the white balance of the phone or something gets thrown out, and it just she comes out grey. I've got a whole bunch of photos where she's come out like her black parts look grey. Hey, buddy. Oh no, you're very welcome. I appreciate everyone coming. It's a big thing for us. Oh, clunk, clunk, clunk. He says, biffing his phone against the wood. Touch of grey. I have to sort of like carefully thread my phone out because the old 8 would go through those gaps really easily. She's fully grown. She's 9 years old, so she's a fully grown adult magpie. Hey, who has decided that she's not going to stand still. I am Magpie Mike, your ace. If you don't follow Magpie Mike on Twitter, search him out. He's cool. He's another imprinted magpie, but he's friends with a whippet that's in the family as well, and they just hang out together, and it is blessed. They're absolutely blessed. They're a lovely pair. Oh, trying not to get too much in the way of lens flare. There we go. Right, come on, bird. Should we find you something to eat? What do you think? This is a verse you cover. It does sound like that, doesn't it? It totally sounds like a goth band. Yeah, more birds. More birds. Twitter is for birds. Right, let's go and find you some food. Come on, bird. Let me get the lolly stick out. So thanks for coming, everybody. We do these every week. We normally do them on Saturdays, but yesterday was a complete washout here in the UK, so we're doing one on Sunday. Really appreciate you all coming. It means a lot to us that you do. We'll see you all again this time next week. If you've stumbled across this and you don't follow Sophie on Twitter and would like to, her Twitter address is @BreeSophieBree. Eep, 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 eep. Or if you Google Sophie the Magpie, that was my finger. If you Google Sophie the Magpie, Google has everything you need. So thanks for coming, everybody, and we'll see you all again. We'll see you all again next week. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, bye for now.